For years, the music industry has been obsessed with one question. What separates a hit song from a song that becomes history? Every year, thousands of tracks debut on streaming platforms with massive promotions, huge fan support, and ambitious expectations. Some dominate for a few weeks. Others survive for a few months. But only a tiny number manage to transform into cultural landmarks that continue attracting listeners long after the excitement of release day disappears. Today, one song has officially entered that rare category. Jimin's "Who" has achieved a milestone that no song in South Korean Spotify history has ever reached before. On June 6, 2026, "Who" became the first and only song to surpass 100 million streams on the Spotify South Korea chart, creating a new benchmark that had never previously existed. This isn't simply another chart update. This is the creation of a completely new chapter in Korean streaming history. What makes this accomplishment remarkable is that Spotify South Korea is one of the most competitive music environments in the world. Every day, new releases arrive from established superstars, rising artists, and viral sensations. Songs constantly rise and fall. Trends change overnight. Public attention shifts faster than ever. Yet throughout all that competition, "Who" continued doing something extraordinary. It kept growing. While most songs eventually lose momentum, Jimin's record continued attracting listeners month after month, proving that its popularity wasn't built on a temporary moment but on genuine staying power. And that difference matters. Because music history is not written by songs that peak quickly. It's written by songs that refuse to disappear. That is exactly what happened with "Who." The record didn't just become successful. It became unavoidable. Millions of listeners continued returning to it, transforming a hit single into one of the defining songs of this generation of K-pop. The result? 100 million streams inside South Korea alone. A number no artist had ever reached before on Spotify's regional chart. And once again, Jimin stands alone at the top of a category he helped redefine. But the story becomes even bigger when we zoom out beyond South Korea. Because while "Who" was rewriting domestic streaming history, it was simultaneously building one of the most impressive global streaming records ever achieved by an Asian solo artist. The song has now accumulated more than 2.4 billion streams worldwide on Spotify. Think about that number for a moment. Billions of plays. Billions of decisions by listeners around the world to press play. Billions of moments where one song connected with people across different countries, cultures, and languages. Even among Spotify's biggest global records, "Who" continues to stand out. It became the first solo song by an Asian artist without any featured performers to surpass 2.4 billion streams. No major Western collaboration. No superstar feature. No shortcut. Just Jimin's voice, the music itself, and an audience that kept coming back. That level of consistency is incredibly rare. Most songs experience a sharp rise followed by a gradual decline. "Who" followed a completely different path. Instead of fading, it kept expanding its influence. Instead of losing listeners, it continued gaining them. Instead of becoming yesterday's hit, it evolved into a streaming phenomenon. The evidence can be seen everywhere. The song spent more than 500 days at number 1 on Spotify South Korea's daily top songs chart. 500 days. Not weeks. Not months. More than a year of uninterrupted dominance in one of the world's most active music markets. Records like that are difficult to break because they require more than popularity. They require endurance. They require loyalty. And most importantly, they require music that listeners genuinely want to hear again and again. Yet perhaps the most unbelievable achievement belongs not to the song itself, but to the artist behind it. At a time when most musicians dream of placing one song among a country's all-time streaming leaders, Jimin has accomplished something virtually impossible. He remains the only artist to hold 5 separate songs simultaneously inside Spotify South Korea's all-time top 10 most streamed tracks. 5 songs. 1 artist. 1 historic level of influence. That statistic reveals something important. This success isn't based on a single viral moment. It's not dependent on one lucky release. It's the result of a solo career that has repeatedly demonstrated extraordinary public demand. Year after year, record after record, Jimin continues proving that his impact extends far beyond temporary trends. This is why fans around the world proudly call him Korea's IT boy. Not because of one achievement, but because every new milestone seems to raise the standard for what is possible. And now, with Who becoming the first song ever to surpass 100 million streams on Spotify South Korea, another historic accomplishment has been added to an already remarkable legacy. The question is no longer whether Jimin can break records. The question is how many records remain unbroken. Because if the past has taught us anything, it's that every time the industry thinks it has seen Jimin's ceiling, he finds a way to create an entirely new one. Congratulations to Jimin on achieving one of the most important streaming milestones in South Korean music history. A record nobody had reached. A milestone nobody had crossed. And another unforgettable reminder of why his influence continues to shape the global music landscape. What do you think will be Jimin's next historic achievement? Share your thoughts below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more major K-pop updates.